No light. Okay, so it's 2:52 a.m. I'm going to the bathroom. You hear that noise? So I hope that doesn't ruin downstairs. The problem I had with the shower anyways, it's the broken toilet. Anyways, I'm on my way to the gym. Very anxious today. I made another change. We'll see if it works out. I've started implementing more timed naps, on the days I have off, of course. Like even yesterday, instead of I did veg in front of the computer, but I still had time. I took an hour to sleep before even brushing my teeth and all that stuff. So I set the alarm, woke up a little bit before the alarm, I think. I'm not sure. Then did my bed routine, which is basically not much nowadays. It's my teeth and covering my head. Welcome to Crack Alley. I wouldn't point this at them because you wouldn't be able to see. Anyways, so then set the alarm for 1. I was groggy and anxious. During the night, or I don't know how long I was already asleep, the smoke alarm, and then I had to shut that off twice. So I think it's really loud, but there's a way to pressing on the metal sensors to silence it. And I'm not going downstairs for a fire alarm, especially if it's some rando who caused it. I would say maybe an extra 20 minutes of that. If it resets, it goes off again after 5 minutes or 10 minutes of being silenced. I never timed it. So there's that. And I don't know. I think I'm reflecting also. I had a nightmare, which I don't usually have. It's not, I guess it's a nightmare. Or just reality, just thinking about my stuff. It just came up in my head while I was in bed. It's like packing up whatever. I can't even speak, so I won't. I thought about it's actually a holiday. That's why people are around today, which I figured out just recently. But thought about the appointment I had with the nurse. Getting along the ADHD spectrum, talking about that, and then realizing maybe not, could be, but I need a few days to really mull everything over to take in information what people say, if it's true or not. Might be a bit true, but might not. Might be because of my childhood, nothing neurological, maybe more, violence that caused it, trauma. And the major things that really got to me that I was thinking about is my hopelessness. Because a few times living, for an extended period of time, let's say 3 months, 4 months, at a clip over the years, many times, with people I've been, quote unquote, dating, or even once, I wasn't living with the person, I was just meeting the person, and we were getting close, and, it was too close, too fast. And lastly, the person I was living with in LA. I used to think that it's the type of person that I attract, right? Or even the most recent, which was quite a while ago, some guy, I don't remember his name, because I didn't know the person. He kept visiting often here. So am I thinking it's just a typical American personality? Because I've been listening to that recently. There's a girl who's Slavic, and she has videos she does on Instagram about different cultures, you know? And that had me thinking. So this was kind of the nightmare I had. That I was supposed to go somewhere. I don't know if it was for a little acting gig or whatever. It seemed like it in my dream, my nightmare. And I had to get off the vehicle. It was in a break. It was having a break. And I went somewhere, then I came back, and they had left, like while I was approaching, right? And then some rando celebrity came up to me. I forget. Was it Regis and Kathy Lee? I don't know, whatever. And I mentioned that because she stopped me and tried to talk to me, and then the car went, and then I had no way of getting to where I need to go, and my career was based on it. Of course, like you're in LA or whatever, take an Uber. What if the Uber is like really expensive, you know? But LA does have public transport. It depends how far it is, how long it will take. I've taken it, you know. But when you have to be somewhere for a certain time, and the plan B I didn't think about the plan B because I trusted them, right? That's the problem. Whereas here, I don't trust anyone. And that kind of got me thinking about, you know, the talk with the nurse and all that, of why don't I get in relationships? Why do I push people away really quickly? And it's because of that, because I've been fucked over so many times, right? A quality in a person that will make me open up more after the initial opening up, because I open up really quickly, and then like the one that I worked for who let her mask go off, she gives me contracts, but I don't randomly text her anymore. I'm like, no, I'm not getting close to this anymore. She got her mask off, you know. But give me contracts. That's it. That's all you get. Once I get to that point, you know, it's like for someone to earn my trust, you would have to show that I could depend on you if I'm in a bind, you know. And I was debating whether is it because I'm of the people I attract, or because it's a typical American way of being. America is based on a car culture, unless you're in New York or whatever, right? And here, I mean, yeah, there are some idiots here who based just on car, they don't go into the public transport, but it's done quite nicely, except I don't go to the places that take too long to go to. It takes me more than an hour, and it doesn't pay well enough, and it's a company I don't want to work for. I won't take it, you know. I have done it for a company, the one at the community center, and it was only a one-off, you know, which I'll do. But it's up to me to decide, and I know how to get there and get back. Except for one that I realized that it was on a Sunday and the buses didn't go that far often. But I have lived in areas for quite a bit of time, well, months. And I've had to depend on people driving me. So that's no longer. So that kind of puts a spoke in the wheels, like where I would live, where I would want to live. I don't want a car. So it is kind of a party time because everyone's out. So what kind of got me really depressed by this is that it happened years ago to one person who I depended on. And then it happened again more recently, but still quite a bit ago, where I thought I was having a heart attack. I didn't get it checked. I've never gotten it checked. I'm assuming it was more likely an anxiety attack, which you have pain there. That was the only time I've had it. And then I was thinking in my dream, like, I was calling 911 because with the information I have now, but then I wasn't. I would have let myself die, right? And the person I was dating was like, didn't think anything of it and was like, whatever, you know? And that is sad. So it's sad because I've put myself in situations where people don't care for my life, you know? Yeah. Here I can control a little bit more, but if I were to ever go elsewhere, I would have to, be able to control everything. And that's the main reason. I'm starting to cry now, so I better stop. I'm going to continue just a little bit before I keep going upstairs. The thing of this is, when I have the nurse telling me things, and she's not a therapist, and even a therapist, whatever, it's like, I should be able to know when something is not good, and I have to think proactively, which I do now more, not 100%, but more, at least for work, it helps me to plan everything, and to make sure I get all the details. Yeah. That will never happen again because I know that I need to depend on myself until it gets to a point where I meet someone that I can really let go and depend on. But I guess that's like a catch-22.